currently going through our victory dialogue from the case of the angry arsonist. So yeah, let us continue. You're right. Mr. Grimes burnt down his own shop for the insurance money. Let's check the evidence. Mr. Grimes told us he had to turn down Mr. Edwards' offer to buy his novelty shop. But Mr. Edwards had... Previous video pop-up, pardon me. Sorry. But Mr. Edwards told us that Mr. Grimes had been pressuring him to buy the shop. He also mentioned the store was in a bad location for a novelty shop. The window at the door at Grimes's was broken, but the glass was outside. Whoever broke that window was already inside the shop. Chuck told us that he gave a Swank's matchbook like the one found at the scene of crime to Mr. Grimes the day he took Mr. Edwards to dinner. Miss Case mentioned that Mr. Grimes was at Swank's having dinner right before the fire. Swank's is right next door to the novelty shop. When we ran into Sylvia Torres, she told us that Mr. Grimes had bought a new storefront at the mall from her. This was before his old shop burnt down. At the police station, we found out that Mr. Grimes had insured his business against fire for $1 million. You figured it out. Mr. Grimes burned his own shop down so the insurance company would give him the money he needed to pay for his new shop at the mall and perhaps run away to Tahiti. Because I don't think you really need $1 million just to have a little store inside a mall. But oh well. Did you see this afternoon's Courier? That arson case is all over the front page. They even tell about how Cat Mess-Up was the one who cracked the case. That was clever, figuring out that the window must have been broken from the inside. Oh, not clever at all. You're just insulting my intelligence now. Let's put the article in our scrapbook. Bulgaria and World Cup. Not very funny. Down. Grimes torches own novelty store for insurance money. Cat Mess-Up's investigation put all the pieces together for us, said Police Chief Barnes. Grimes must have figured out that he could get more for his shop from his insurance company than he could by selling it. Cat Mess-Up noticed that the glass from the broken window at Grimes had been broken outwards from the inside, explained Jennifer Eagle, although hopefully the police noticed. Grimes must have let himself in with his key and then smashed the window to make it look like as though someone had broken in. Grimes is learning the hard way that crime doesn't pay, says Police Chief Barnes, and the insurance company has offered the Eagle Eye Detective Agency a $500 gift certificate at Hartman's Electronics for their rewards for their efforts. Cool, what did we get? What? We're not going to be told? Really? Aww. I'm going to pause the video quickly just as I switch from one profile to the other, because now that we've finished that, we can go back to the Resulka profile. Just one moment. Alright, we've switched over. Let us go back into Choose a Mystery. Ooh, Angry Arsonist was available. Oh. Okay. Well, anyway, let's go through the case of the Crazy Compass. If it comes up. Hello? Okay, cool. What's happening? Oh, telephone. Eagle Eye Detective Agency. Jennifer here. Jennifer, Mark Morrow here. We need your help. Mark Moriaty, one of our Explorer packets, have gone missing. Can you meet us at Taylor Park to look for him? 10-4, Sergeant Morrow. Resulka and I will be right down. Alright, let's see what's happening. Taylor Park. Oh, there's Mark Moriarty there. Mystery solved. I know, I'm a genius. The school's Explorer Club is really cool. They're always doing neat stuff like learning how to kayak and track wild deer, because we'll find lots of them here in Richview. Sergeant Morrow, the football coach, is the club's leader. Hey, there's Mark right now. He must have found his way back. Let's speak to Mr. Morrow. Sergeant Morrow. Let me brief you, Jennifer and Resulka. We have this survival track once a year. Each explorer is given a map of compass details and a set of tags with which to identify the landmarks that the map leads them to. The trick is to prove that you can follow compass directions by tagging each of the landmarks in order. Everyone was to complete the course and return here by 1600 hours. 4 o'clock, I mean. They all straggled back here an hour ago except for Moriaty. If Mark just blew it, he'll have to wait till next semester to try again. But if he has a good reason for getting lost, I'll let him make it up for it next Saturday. Without his trail patch, he won't go up in rank like the rest of the team this year. Oh, let's see what you have to say, Mark. What a relief! I thought I'd never make it back here. There I was, lost in the heart of the woods. I would have been beaten by bears or something. I could have been. You should have been. I doubt it, son. Not a lot of bears in Richview these days. What in the blazes happened to you? Well, sir, I followed the directions of the map exactly, but I couldn't find any of the landmarks we were supposed to flag. Once it got later, I realized the compass wasn't pointing north like it should. The sun sets in the west, but my compass said it was heading south. That's odd. All the compasses were A-OK when I handed them out. I checked all of them myself this morning. Alright, let's have a look. Mark's map is a series of letters and numbers. NW5, SW7, N22, and so on. The numbers all match up to compass directions. Ah, isn't learning fun? At the corner of the map is a note. All numbers stand for wide paces in the stated direction. What's happening in your backpack? The knapsack holds Mark's flashlight, a compass, his map, although strangely he is holding his map, so I don't know how that's happening, and 5 paper tags. The compass is pointing steadily in one direction. Okay, let's get out of here. Cannot learn anything else here. Let's go up to Sweet Treats. Do 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 do. Oh boy! It's Christine Lee and Dave Grant. Let's talk to some of the other Explorer Club members and see if any of them can help us with our investigation. I don't see how Mark could have gotten so confused. We were all given a compass and the same map at the start of the track. We were supposed to follow the map to each of the landmark points and tag them in order to show that we'd been there. I used the school copier to copy all the maps, so I know they were all identical. Mark got the same map I gave everyone else. Christine's map is sitting on the counter. There are some splodges of ice cream on it, but it is readable. Christine's map is identical to the map in Mark's backpack. What about the one in his hands? What's Dave Grant got to say? Hey, Jennifer, I heard you and Resulka had to go out looking for Mark Moriarty. I can't believe he got lost. I bet Sergeant Morrow's gonna lay into him. He's my football coach, and man, is he tough. He pitched a real fit when Mark asked him if we could put off his survival trek till next week. Mark just couldn't stand the idea of missing the Pizza Fest today, but Sergeant Morrow told him it was now or never for his trail patch. Oh, I think we've just discovered the reason why Mark didn't do the trek properly. Alright, let's show up at Pizza Palace. And we probably have about... I think I'm going to cut the video here. I think we've only got half a minute left. Of course, as usual, I've forgotten to set my timer, so I have no idea. Hooey! But I'll see you soon.